Alright, I actually have a drink this time, so we're actually set. Okay. Alright, get a good sip of that. Alright. Hello, my name is Panda Power Sauce. Welcome to this completely horrific episode of Universe Sandbox 2. Because we're back in this game once more, because we have to make some kind of meme out of this, apparently. So, there's a line coming out of that sun right there. The sun's taking a massive dump. Today, well, I don't have a plan, actually. I don't really have any plans at all whatsoever on how to do this, so we're just gonna roll with it. Main plan, let me just fix this headset, this headset's going completely insane. What? Main point today is we're gonna try to recreate one of my most popular videos, not like making a solar system, because I don't know how that has 4,000 views nearly, but what we are gonna do is we're gonna go to Earth over here, which not kill time, so I don't have to see Earth having a seizure. What? But essentially, one of my most popular videos was recreating Earth from, like, you know, its beta stages, but I didn't really give much of an explanation to it while I did it. So basically, picture this video as that video, but with an actual explanation. Yes, I can't speak. You're basically getting a history lesson here. Is exactly what you're doing. Okay, so
Run.
Now I'm gonna be using research for this, and again, I love space stuff, so I kind of know a lot about the stuff. So I'm just gonna go basic stuff. We're gonna go with what's been known, what hasn't been known, and we're gonna experiment with it. So it's believed, okay, and it's only believing, that some star was where the sun is now before it was born, okay? What? But apparently, it dies.
Dead!
Okay? It dies, and then from the supernova, the sun forms. Perfect. Okay. Now, I'm gonna change this to like a solid color. Hold on. Solid black. Alright, there. Yeah, I know this is gonna look super good in the 3D effects. Okay, so apparently what happens here at this point is just asteroids. Asteroids, okay?
Holy Jesus!
Labels. So what ends up happening is after this point, we basically make that one hyphen symbol thing that's like a thing of like space technology. A bunch of asteroids and crap start floating around the sun because we need that. I'm just gonna get rid of all that because I don't want that. Alright, there. So now a bunch of gas is floating around the sun, okay? It's gonna die. Don't worry, it's still gonna die. Alright? And then what we have is, we have like, if I'm going off this right, let me turn on the habitable zone real quick just so I get a base. If I remember this right, there was like a certain amount of like large planets, okay? They were like proto-planets, really small planets that were orbiting the sun. Now, some of them ended up becoming like major, like actual planets. Some of them didn't. We're just gonna assume that this little guy, right out here, Mr. Something, I'll view labels, Mr. Renax over here, okay? So this is Renax. Hello, Renax. This is just gonna be called Proto-Earth. Now, we're gonna leave it as is right now. Now, let me just see if I can do this unique trick real quick. Hold on. Can I? Can't. Okay, hold on. Now, there's a bunch of other objects flying around the sun at this point, I'm gonna assume, because that's just logic.
It's time to stop!
Earth, some stuff happens. Okay. Earth, I don't think has an atmosphere at this point. Let's just be mindful. Let me see here. Tools. We'll launch. Now, because of, you know, jazz, planet starts heating up. Okay. Some asteroid stuff happens. Planet gains mass. Now we're actually losing mass, but what actually happens? Planet gains a crap ton of mass. Okay. Let's observe what we have. So what we have here is some death, actually. Got some water going here. This is when Earth gains like a temporary atmosphere. It's nothing like major, but it's like a temporary atmosphere that's just kind of there. We're gonna lock that for right now because we're gonna put it like right there because I don't want anything to happen. At this point, magnetic field really hasn't set in yet, I would assume. So the planet also looks like a fiery inferno, so we're gonna change its color real quick just to match that. So that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Because there's way too much water on here, so I'm gonna just kill the water real quick. All right, so this is right here. This is probably what Earth probably would have looked like. Maybe, probably not actually, but this is probably what. Let me turn off the Apple zone. This is probably what Earth would have, could have, maybe looked like during its heydays. All right, so around this point, planet's just burning right now. Let's just say the planet's burning, and then keep in mind Earth is about, well, an Earth. It's about Earth size-ish. It's about like that. So it's about that size, I would say. Okay. And that's something around the size of Mars. How big is Mars? I gotta double check. How big is Mars again? I forgot. Mars is 8.73 moons. Okay, just double checking. All right, so something about the size of Mars, I would say. Let me launch something random. Let me just screw it. You know what? We're gonna launch Mars at it. So something around the size of Mars, I would say. It's coming in, okay? Now it's coming in, and it's not, and it's upset. Like it's upset. Like it is not happy. All right, and this, I think it's called like Thea, Fear, whatever the heck, right? So this was a rogue object in the system at the time, and it's coming in to the system. Now I think it hits like up on the north poles of Earth, I think, or something. But for this specific example, we're just gonna go ahead and launch it directly like this. So they hit each other like this. Horrible explosion occurs. Did it just destroy Did it just destroy that? It just ate it. Ah. So now Earth is just happy. Okay. Planet's cooling off at this point. There's like hold on. A Jupiter-sized ring, I would say. There's probably about a Jupiter-sized ring chilling outside the planet right now. Now, let's fix the headset. For those who don't know what this ended up being, after Earth cooled down and everything after the collision with Thea, I think, or Thea, whatever the heck you want to call this, that planet, the fragments, as you can see all over the place, they ended up forming and orbiting around, well, they ended up orbiting around Earth, something like this. And then, let me just get an example here. Random small move. Let me just try something. So like something like here. Okay. Now, what essentially happened is, I just get a magnetic field on this thing so I can give it a good example here. That's 15. So basically, what happened is all the leftover matter and stuff ended up forming this that you see here. And this ends up becoming the moon. So we'll name this moon. So here is what we essentially have right now. After a long period of time, can I get rid of the rings? I can't get rid of the rings. Okay, so let's just pretend the rings are still, pretend the rings aren't there. Why is there water? Water is not on Earth at this moment. So sometime, let me just rename this to early Earth. So it's probably sometime around this point that Earth has cooled down from its explosion from the planet thingy. The moon's formed out there in the distance, and we're good to go. So let me go ahead and save this object. I'm going to go ahead and bounce over to a different simulation so I can reset this because of a number of reasons. Now, I want to mention why I'm putting the moon so undeniably close to Earth. And the reason why I'm putting the moon way closer to Earth than it needs to be is because way in the back in the day, like way back in the day I'm talking, before like the moon, when the moon first formed, the moon was way closer to Earth than it was, and you can see this in like screenshots and stuff. So you look up at the sky and it'd be way closer than it actually is. Alright, so fast forward a little bit. Water. Okay. No.
Shut up!
Water is born on Earth, okay?
Holy
The
Jesus.
planet becomes, like, water-rich and everything, okay? It's great. Now there's actual land on the place. Now, I know this isn't really an accurate representation, but it's close enough. So we're just going to roll with the fact that it's, you know, great. Increase that water content a little bit more so we actually have some decent oceans going. So this is probably, let me just color the land a little bit too, back to like a, you know, an actually decent green. So, if you were on Earth around this time, this here is probably what Earth would look like before, like right as life was coming up. So, now some life gets in there somewhere, somehow, some way. Let's just throw some carbon dioxide on Earth because Earth needs carbon dioxide. That is a must. Not a whole lot of it, mind you, but only like a small amount. Because again, Earth's not carbon dioxide rich. It's only like slightly carbon dioxide rich, if that makes any sense, which probably doesn't. I don't know what that is. That's kind of cool, I guess. So, at this point, like, again, this moves out roughly, like, it takes time. So now, like, this is how far the moon is out now. I think it's like, it takes 27 days-ish, about a month to orbit. So this is how far, this is, as of today, this is probably how far the moon is out from Earth. It's about, like, right here. So we're going to just put it there just for accurate representation. And now that life has arisen on Earth, this is currently the Earth state. The temperature, or max of the temperature is also sitting at 15.2 degrees. So that's really nice. 15.2. And then the atmosphere ATM is now 1. I'm going to lock it somehow in some way. So 15.2. And then all that, and then, you know, the good stuff, and... Because, you know, who doesn't love the good stuff, man? Like, who doesn't love the goods, okay? So...
Nope.
Yeah, there's Earth now. Like, Earth is, like, perfectly... Now is perfectly fine. So this is probably Earth now in its proto-day. Right around when life starts forming, it looks somewhat maybe like this, I would say. Life does its business for a while, and then we have like minor extinctions events here and there. The next major thing that happens is an asteroid, actually. The asteroid's a dinosaur killer. And we don't have accurate measurements for this, but it's about a kilometer. It's about 1 kilometer in size. So it's a pretty massive asteroid. But it weighed quite a lot, and it hit Earth with a lot of force. As you can see, this is the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. This is that asteroid. And it hit somewhere off the Gulf of Mexico, I believe. If I'm thinking of my history right. This was the next, like, it's not going to look like much here, but, you know. So it sends a shockwave out. And this, for all the beautiful people of the internet, this is the same impact that killed off the dinosaurs during the Great Mass Extinction event from 60 to 70 million years ago, something like that. After that incident, for some reason, one asteroid remains for some other reason. We're just going to put this in auto orbit around Earth because I just want to, and we're just going to name this that one fragment because we need some funny. That asteroid's not actually orbiting around Earth. I just want to do that because it's funny. So after that, you know, pain, suffering. After that, human species comes along. I'm just scared of that. Actually, I don't want that. Here, hold on. We're not done. No. Hold on. Where is it? Delete all fragments. Yeah. Okay. So, at this point, humans come along, you know, blah, blah, blah. Some stuff happens. 1960 rolls around, or something like that. We go to the moon.
Holy
Okay, so
Jesus.
I'm going to try something really stupid here, because I just feel like I need to try something stupid.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to launch something straight from Earth. We're going to launch a probe or something. Yeah, probe. So now, after like 7 years or something.
What?
It's actually like 3 days. After 3 days, we end up and we're on the moon. We land on the moon. Neil Armstrong and all that Apollo, whatnot, whatever the heck. We're on the moon now. So it's glorious. As the man said, one strong something for mankind. I completely forgot the saying all of a sudden. So we land on the moon. Alright, so there's that. Come back, some stuff happens, so let me just go ahead and rename this to Earth. But yeah, so essentially, that is pretty much history of Earth up to now, basically. Nothing much has happened till then. Nothing much is really going to occur until then. But yeah, so that is like the history of Earth really till now. But we're not done quite yet. We have a little bit more time to do. So we're going to go and kill some more time. Why is there a spacecraft out here? No. The next major thing is the sun apparently is supposed to expand in size. So I'm just going to start expanding the sun. So the sun, what's supposed to happen is that the sun's supposed to expand into an even bigger size. So the sun expands, okay? Sun expands. Let's speed up time just a bit. Earth dies. The water dies. Planet dies. The moon literally starts crapping itself for some reason. Earth atmosphere is completely dead. The sun's now whatever that is. Sun's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So much bigger to a point where it's getting like undeniably big to a point where it's literally flashing. It's flashing itself now. Okay, so and then it becomes a gas giant and then it dies. What?
What the fuck?
Alright, so that becomes literally a red dwarf. A red giant star. To sum it up briefly, I can give it as an example, and the way I can do it is by throwing down VY Canis Majoris, and you stare at that, and you look at the sun, and you look at that, and it's just like, are you serious? So there's that. There's your like accurate representation. So then it becomes that, and then the world dies. So the sun becomes this massive, becomes a small, subtle little white dwarf, I believe. It becomes a white dwarf. And then over time, it slowly begins to die out as, you know, the world seemingly dies, and then becomes a black hole later on sometime in the future, and then it dies. That's just kind of how that works, I believe. So anyway, I'm going to hop back into the solar system simulation because, you know, where is it? It's in here somewhere. Yeah, screw it. We're popping into Earth and Moon simulation. Okay, so that is basically all I have for today. If you guys enjoyed the episode, I guess, make sure you leave some like on this video because you're getting a proper history lesson today. And with that, I guess we're gonna stare at this planet here that we tried to create today. It horrifically failed. So, yay. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Yay.